But the question really is, the number one reason that recruiting ratios are so low. So if you're watching this hangout today and you're saying, I talked to 50 people and only one of them signed up, I get it. I totally get it. Recruiting ratios are low because of only one thing, Princess Fizz. It is because you may not be approaching the right people for the business. So how would you like to have an endless supply of the right people? People, for example, if you're in a health company, who are already interested in health. They're just kind of looking for the next product they need to use. Or if you're in a travel company, people who already love adventures. So how do you look for those people? And Facebook, thank you, has the solution. So here's how we do it. So first of all, you're gonna search in the top bar here, and you're gonna first search for friends of friends, okay? The reason you're searching for friends of friends, it's almost like creating a new warm market for yourself. And whether that's direct response or network marketing, now we're talking about, these people are more likely to trust you, more likely to approve your friend request, and more likely to be open-minded to an opportunity later when you've built relationship. And this is when you have built relationship and you're ready to approach them about your opportunity. So that's number one. You type friends of friends, and then you need to add 3 different categories here. So we want to add something about them personally. For example, it could be who live in London, or who live in a specific city in Europe, or who live in Australia in a specific city, depending where you're focusing to build your business. Then there needs to be something about their interests. Like, for example, if you're in a health company, they're already following a well-known blog on health, so they'll be open-minded if you offer them an opportunity with a health product. And then finally, I want you to include some ambition. So ambitions are really important because, everyone who you're looking for is actually people who are ready to change their life, people who are ready to step ahead of the masses and actually say, there is a better way. So this is how I do it. For example, let's say we're gonna search for my friends of friends who live in Brisbane, Australia. Okay, this is where we live, in Brisbane, Australia. So this is the first search. So you click on this, Princess Fizz. I hope you guys can all follow me. Okay, and so some of you will not see these filters on the right hand side, but it's okay. We're focusing on the top search bar. And if you don't see as many contacts come up, just click, there will be a button says show more, okay? So these are just my friends of friends who live in Brisbane, Australia, but just because they're my friends of friends and live here, not necessarily are they the right people for my business. I'm gonna put in more things, okay? At the same time, let's say how about they like Robert Kiyosaki, okay? We all know Robert Kiyosaki is a well-known educator, about financial educator, obviously has taught people what are the assets and liabilities and many other things that he writes in his Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? Or Cash Flow Quadrant. So here's now my friends of friends who like Robert Kiyosaki and live in Brisbane, but I want to go a step further. Let's say they also like, okay, and here's a very well-known blog that people follow. It's called Young and Raw. And Young and Raw is a blog where people, they actually teach how to prepare raw food. So don't you think if you are looking for information on raw food, you're also somebody who's more likely to look for information on health and health products? So if one of you is in a health company, this may be an appropriate search. So let's now look at this search, we're bringing up, and guess what? In this search, Facebook is just a little bit slow, I think a little bit sleepy this morning. We now have fewer than 100 people. They're all my friends of friends, so we have somebody in common. We all live in Brisbane, Australia, so we have more in common, and it'll be easy to build a network marketing business because I'll be able to see them and invite them to events and stuff like that. Right. Robert Kiyosaki, Young and Raw. So I think you're getting the principle, Princess, of this here.
Yeah, guys, this is absolutely fantastic stuff. I mean, this is called graph searching, okay? If you guys don't know what the heck this is going on here, it's graph searching, and it's amazing. Do you know what you're doing here, guys? It's amazing because you're being very specific to interests. You can define, you can bring out that goal that you want, isn't it? That, what your material can relate to. So these people that are interested in Robert Saki, they go even further and they're interested in a certain health product. That's like bang on marketing, isn't it?